Yeah.
Hey, YouTube, we're back. We're back.
Hoy hoy, with all this good merchandise here, it feels like Christmas and it's come early.
It certainly has. It certainly has. Now, this was an absolutely spectacular week, a very, very spectacular week. I don't need to tell you. The new movie opened, Rogue One. Wow. Ooh, can you see that, Mike?
There you go. There you
Yeah?
go. Yeah.
Yeah, this is, oh my God, what a fantastic film. And I was at the Canadian premiere on Wednesday, December 14th. And as you can see here, something Jose does. Do you have one of these, Jose?
Yeah, fandom has its privileges, eh? As a member of the 501, you get a handwritten invitation.
My invitation from Walt Disney, along with my special commemorative ticket. Yeah, it's fantastic. So this, I'm definitely, I'm getting this framed. I'm getting this framed this week, probably tomorrow. And it's like I said, a special invitation from Rogue One and from Lucasfilm.
Well, we all want to get to the point. Come on, stop beating around the bush. How was the movie?
Oh wow, this is, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this. This is one of the best films I have ever seen. This is right up there with the original Lucas 3.
Bold statement there.
I'm not exaggerating at all. This movie was absolutely fantastic from beginning to end. I can't say this enough. You need to see this film in the theater with a full crowd because just the cheering and the yelling and the screaming was unbelievable. And I got my Star Wars cup, my special edition Rogue One Star Wars cup with the Shore Trooper on the front of it. You can get the Shore Trooper or the Black Stormtrooper. I chose the Shore Trooper. I thought it was really cool. Extra $5 to get your drink in this.
What about this bad boy?
Okay, we're gonna get to that because and one more thing, because you obviously don't want to rip this ticket going in the movie theater. This is the actual real entrance tickets. That was my seat number, Auditorium 2. Wow, just I can't say enough.
You gotta get that frame with that too, because that's kind of part of it.
I might, yeah. So, anyways, enough of that, and let's pull this aside. But yeah, Rogue One, fantastic. So what do we got for you? You were asking about this. I was in a Star Warsy mood today. So what did I do? I went over to comic store. Actually, we don't mention this comic store a lot. I went over to Phil's store.
Oh yeah,
Planet Hobby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now again, we mention Retro Rare and Gotham Central quite often, but Planet Hobby is another one of our comic book hangouts, and he's got a really nice store with a good balance of new books and vintage books to choose from. And every once in a while I go over there and check.
It's one of our old haunts. We've known the owners there since high school, so that's going back 30, 35 years and more. So
He's
it's
giving
a good
some
place.
sweet
Yeah.
deals.
So any of you guys are in the Mississauga, Toronto area, it's actually in Mississauga, just
Just up from Square One, isn't
west of Square One, about up a
Burnhamthorpe,
mile and a half
Burnhamthorpe.
on Burnhamthorpe, yeah.
Yeah.
And Phil's got some great stuff, and this is what I got today.
it?
This is an original Slave One.
Wow, the original one from its first release.
From the first release in 79, 78, 79?
Wow, it looks in really nice condition.
It's completely intact.
Yeah.
Got all the pieces.
Yeah.
It even came with Han Solo.
The piece de resistance there, of course.
Still encased in carbonite after all these years. Still encased in carbon. So yeah, and the stickers are for the most part intact. This doesn't have the sticker there, but other than that, and added bonus, it came with a
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett as well.
Yeah.
And he had it priced for
How much?
$90, and he gave it to me for 50. So
50. Wow,
I know.
that's a friend price.
yeah, you can't go. I mean, for $50, it's a steal.
Yeah.
These, the new Star Wars toys are $50. This is
Vintage.
This is vintage. So yeah, very happy about it, and yeah, $50, deal of the century, if you ask me. Yeah.
Well, this episode I think is gonna be all about Santa coming early, recent snags. This is kind of like an unofficial Christmas episode.
It is. It certainly is. And we're going to do an unboxing before we start on the books.
Oh yes, you know what? As well as being almost Christmas here, I treated myself. Did my birthday this week. I turned 50. Wow! So I treated myself to Katana.
Wow.
Yeah. This is the cover girl Katana.
Yeah.
You were eyeballing that, but like I said, Ian is not buying, and I popped on it. You had in
Wow.
mind because you scored that Brave in the Bold 200 first appearance at Katana. I thought
Yeah.
I'd get this myself.
Yeah.
It was, of course, acquired at one of our regular, and actually this dealer's become actually my primary dealer over the last calendar year. This is, of course, Retro Rare.
Retro
Sandy.
Rare, yeah.
Yeah, man, Sandy's always so good to me. I think it was like about $110 Canadian with tax. It was about 128. Now the SRP in US was about 89, 99, or 99,
Yeah,
99.
yeah.
So almost $100 US. So he basically gave it to me for the Canadian equivalent. He's nice like that. I mean, you could not do better as far as I'm concerned. He's always
for
very
sure.
cool.
Yeah.
And it's a very nice figure. You
These-
like Katana, don't you?
Oh, I love Katana, and this is one of the cover girl statues.
Oh, and the whole series is so nice.
And just for the record here, Jose's number is, where is
Cold
it here?
cast porcelain statue, yeah, and it's
1291.
out of the 5200.
5200,
And of
yeah.
course, Mike has mentioned before, it's because of the new 5200.
Yeah, yeah.
And I will be featuring Katana in the first segment of our episode today, so there is
Yeah,
a connection there.
yeah.
So let's get out of the plastic. Let's see this bad girl.
Yeah. Wow, this is a really nice statue there, Jose.
Of course, it's very nice.
Wow. Hope the pegs fit. Sometimes they can be
I know
troublesome.
there comes the moment of truth. How will it stand? How will she stand on
I
the
think I
stand?
got it the wrong way here.
Okay, make sure, yeah, don't force it.
Okay. And there she is.
There she is in all her glory. Wow, she
That is really nice,
very
Jose.
cool.
Yeah.
From any, you know what? You judge a statue from every angle, and she is cool from every angle.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Beautiful.
I am not sorry I treated myself. You only turned 51, so you know.
Yeah.
Very,
That is
very
a beautiful
cool.
statue. Love the expression on her face. Detail is spectacular, but again, it's DC, and we would expect nothing less from DC
And
statues.
not from the Cover Girls line.
Yeah.
You've been uniformly excellent.
Okay, all right. Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna
Get
go
on
over
with
to
the
the
show.
other show. We got some really great books to show you tonight, including some stuff that Mike picked up at December Con.
He was representing the Silver Age dudes. Unfortunately, he was the only one among the three of us to go.
Yeah.
But we've got some market report
Yeah.
and some books from Mike.
A bit of footage, some video footage as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool. Looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
And just one more thing, Jose, have you seen the new Rogue One movie yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, Mike,
Like
have
the
you,
rest of the regular world who are finally seeing it tonight.
have you seen the new Rogue One yet, Mike?
I've got guys outside. I'm
So
just
again,
getting tested here.
we got
Send them in.
we got Loser 1 and Loser 2.
Oh, keep saying that. Keep saying that.
Okay,
Cut.
no more further. Let's get over there and get started. And one more look at the Katana figure in all its glory. That's really a nice figure, Jose.
Yeah. Well, one of the 2 points to make is I have it, you don't. That's a good day in anyone's book. And the second one is that there's a connecting thread for this for both the first and the second books in my episode, and that is a very small subject of collecting Asian superheroes, and even more importantly, Asian female superheroes. So in my 2 segments, I'll talk about 2 of those superheroines there, and that's what's cool about this figure. It's got that,
Yeah,
connecting
for sure.
thread.
Yeah.
I love that.
And I'm pretty sure I know who the second Asian superhero you're going to be talking about as well, but I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to see if I'm right when you start to
Okay,
show
you
your
may
book.
be surprised.
I don't think I will be.
Okay. Okay, now this is our first book of the evening. This is an Eagle Eye Oog snag. But before we get into this book, and it does remind me of that sweet Logan's Run number 6, Thanos' first Paul Galaxy cover that I snagged from you, Paul. We're going to get the general impressions of December Con from Eagle Eyed Mike here. He was unfortunately the only of the Silver Dudes who was able to attend the show for other reasons. And we need to get your general lowdown on the con.
Well, my general opinion right now is the fact that I was a little hungover. I drove down, got the first spot, closest to where you can walk in, and the place looked empty. And
Really?
not only that, but mind you, I got there about 12:30. The place looked empty, and it was only about a quarter of that floor.
Mm-hmm.
It was sectioned off and cramped in. There was only about 8 vendors who are actual comic dealers, know most of them. But the deals were huge. If you were looking for big boy books, big discounts,
Wow.
and but I had a limited budget, found lots of room there too. So I was happy with the pricing. Selection was nice too. There was a nice range.
pricing it a little bit more detail. So you generally, from the bins and the wall books, would you say things were about fairly priced, overly graded price, or deal priced?
There was like I almost wanted to rip out my Visa card and buy the Fantastic Four that we were all looking for because they had it at a price that was insanely good.
You're not talking
but I was
about.
not prepared to pay $400 for a book that usually at that same grade and level would be $800 to $900. I'm talking great deals on those walls.
Yeah.
But I only had a limited budget, limited amount of time. So I'll show you what I got.
Okay, so let's get into this book. Now, of course, I just mentioned we recognize this book because I have that classy Paul Galassi cover. This is Logan's Run #1.
And a beautiful copy of that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I give this about an 8.
I think I'd go higher, Mike.
No. If you really look closely, okay. And again, I'm about a half grade tough on myself too, right? But I give that about a VF. I only paid. Okay, that's $10. That's the original price sticker on it. That's the way it came. In US dollars, that's $7.50. So at an 8, you're looking at $12.75.
Yeah, okay, fine. No, I mean, the grade is nice, but I'm very happy that you're now part of the Logan's Run #1 club along with me and Jose.
Yeah.
No, I don't have #1. I only have #6.
You don't have #1.
Yeah, remember who gave you #1 as a gift?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how you have
that's how it
#1.
works.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I just remember seeing it in one of the episodes, and you know what? I love the movie.
Yeah.
Thought I'd pick up the book. Look at the price. Come
I
on.
should say I gave him 1 to 5, but I never gave him 6 because that's the big key in the Logan's Run.
But at the time, you didn't know. At the time we got them, you didn't know the #6 was a key.
No, I
It was
didn't.
quite a few years ago. Yeah.
Yes, quite a few years ago.
I think you picked these up at the Fan Expo back in like 2008 or 2009.
When I was just nitpicking things here and there, I hadn't gotten serious, as I say, yet. Yeah, it's only like 2 years ago. Yeah.
So, anyways, Mike, that's a fantastic book. Thanks for bringing it in.
Good snaggood. Okay, now this is my first segment, and we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone in this, without mixing bird metaphors. Of course, I'm going to showcase some birds of prey. I'm following that thread of, in this segment, continuing riffing on female empowerment. I've talked about that in the context of Power Girl. Good stories and great covers, #1.
Yeah.
And the second, my promise to all our viewers that we will be showcasing new and newer books.
Yeah.
So this is one of my faves, Birds of Prey. Now, of course, this title series began with Chuck Dixon's one-shot Black Canary Oracle, which had a cover date of 1996. Now, when I say cover dates, we referred and explained that in a previous episode, but the release date was in November of 95. There were several one-shots, and there were a couple of miniseries that followed by writer Chuck Dixon, who I'll feature my 2 favorite covers, one from a limited series and one from a one-shot. So let's begin with this first then. This is the first basic one-shot. This is Black Canary kicking ass and taking names, and this is Birds of Prey in Paradise. This is the Revolution cover, and it's a great cover. It's a great action cover. The next one, which we'll move to the next one now, this is the #1 of a 4-issue miniseries. Great action cover. This is Birds of Prey. This is the #1 Manhunt issue. It's 1 of 4, and this was released in September of 96. When you think about it, wow, 20 years ago now.
20 years.
Yeah, the first volume ran from January of 99 to April of 2009, 10 years. It ran an incredible, actually very respectable, 127 issues.
That's impressive, especially when you consider the way they're doing things today.
Yeah. This is, like I said, a great action cover co-starring Catwoman and the Huntress. Now, the wheelchair-bound ex-Batgirl Barbara Gordon, after being shot by the Joker and Batman the Killing Joke, we all remember that classic story from 1988, began to use her computer hacking skills to detect and research criminal activity under the codename of Oracle. Okay? Now, in the first of Birds of Prey miniseries, Oracle, of course, recruits Black Canary, an adept martial artist who can direct her canary cry as a sonic attack, as her first field operative. The early stories were so successful that Birds of Prey became a continuing series in 1999. Now, initially produced by Dixon and artist Gary Frank, the series was based in Gotham. Oracle and Black Canary were the leads, but the books featured guest appearances by many characters in the Batman universe. Now, this is our next book. This is a beautiful book. Gail Simone took over as the series writer with issue number 56 in August of 2003. This next cover, issue number 59 from November of 2003, was penciled by Ed Benes and inked by Alex Lee, and it's a beautiful shot of the core team. Flanked by the Huntress and Black Canary is Oracle, the director of Gotham's all-female crime-busting team.
That's a fantastic cover.
Beautiful cover,
yeah. She's the one in the wheelchair there, Oracle, by the way.
Yeah. Gail Simone, a great writer, enlarged the official team roster, bringing in the Huntress, a hot-headed ex-mafia princess who had sworn to destroy organized crime in Gotham. Birds of Prey, issue number 65 here, from May of 2004, penciled by Greg Land, inked by Jay Leestein, is a modern classic and is, from the whole run, one of my personal favorites. Now, I should mention these books I acquired at Oogie's Local here, Altered States. Very good finds here. Yeah. Soon, the assassin Lady Shiva appeared as a guest star, and when Black Canary retired, Lady Shiva joined as well. There is one of the Asian villainesses in this case that I was referring to.
That's not the one I thought you were going to mention.
Of course I did, and there's still one more. Yes.
I like that cover. It's
yes, this is
60s.
A great cover, of course. This is Birds of Prey number 67 from July of 2004. It showcases female heroes and villains who aren't even members of the team. Here, Huntress, Black Canary, Oracle, Catwoman, Cheshire, remember her? We introduced her in that Teen Titans Annual number 2, Vigilante.
Yep.
That's her first appearance there. And Lady Shiva, of course, mix it up in a dramatic slugfest of an issue. Girls rule and boys drool? Indeed, says me.
I'm drooling.
Okay, next. Well, the roster is sure to change again. DC Comics' only all-female team of superheroines continue for battle for truth, justice, and woman power in comics. Hear, and ho hoy, says this fan. Now, of course, this is the relaunch. This is the #1 issue, Birds of Prey, for the New 52. It relaunched in September of 2011 with Dwayne Schwazinski and the writer Jesus Saiz handling the art. Noted Batman villain Poison Ivy was announced as one of the new characters joining the team. Now, the book's first storyline begins shortly after Barbara Gordon regains the use of her legs due to events of the Flashpoint series. Dinah Lance, Black Canary, approaches her old friend with an offer to join the new Birds of Prey team she's putting together, but she declines, suggesting Katana take her place. The gun-toting vigilante starring is also recruited into the team along with Poison Ivy. Now, after departure of Poison Ivy, in issue number 12, the Birds of Prey roster changed again when Katana was spun off, of course, into her very own solo book here, along with provider services to the Justice League of America. There again, I'm connecting the statue I got with this beautiful cover of the Katana New 52. Paul, do you have that book?
Not yet, but I will soon. I can guarantee it.
Yes. So these are my newborn books that I'm featuring, and I'm very happy you picked up. I picked up the one-shot and the miniseries from, of course, Retro Rare. The rest were picked up at Altered States.
Beauty.
And, you know, since we're on the Katana kick, I thought I might as well show this. This is the most recent issue of Suicide Squad, the variant cover.
Yeah. She's in the series. I'm collecting it too. I got hooked in.
Yeah, so when I saw her on the front cover, I just absolutely had to buy it. Just loved that image there. So, yeah, that's it. I'm not spending any more time on it than that.
It's the #7 variant cover, by the way.
Yeah. Are you collecting the Suicide Squad?
I bought the #1. I read it and then got hooked. So now I'm collecting this. I had the last series and I got this one too.
Cool.
Oh. Okay, this is for our next segment. This is Eagle-Eyed Oog's Ghost Picks from December Con. I got a feeling we got 2 scary good covers coming up.
Are you starting to compete with me for ghosts? You trying to I think.
I might have a few more than you.
I-
I don't know.
I'm starting
We
to
have
think that maybe you
start-
do.
When it comes to
Crunching numbers.
quantity, don't mess with the run guy. He's probably gonna have a few of these squirreled away.
Well, if you want to know the one run I am going to work on, Jose, it's this. I'm getting them all. Every
Yeah,
last one.
yeah. And how's that going?
Well, it's getting there.
Yeah.
I've got the hardest one, number one.
I got number one, and I think somebody's gonna be joining the number one club this
Number one?
episode.
I think so.
Yeah.
So basically, just as a rule, I dug around all of the vendors before springing. And what can I say? I found at this con, there was a lot of big boy books that I was not prepared to buy, but they were great steep deals. But even in the range, with a limited budget, there were also great deals.
So what you're trying to hint at is that these are two kind of bargain books for people who are out cover shopping.
Oh man, are you kidding? Basically, with the bundle, these two books, given everything that I got from the vendor, were free. But I gave them a price anyway. So I gave this one. I say I'd pay about $3.75 US. That's worth about $11.20. And oh yes, you'd see that in $15 in our store
Yeah.
around here all day long.
But I'd rather just talk
Yeah.
about the really cool cover. I mean,
Yeah.
that,
Awesome
the Train
cover.
of Death with all the
Oh,
skeleton.
yeah.
I just love that image.
September '74 for less than a new book. Come on.
Yeah, wow, great cover.
And the
No-
next one, let's go to the next one real quick. 38, I even like this one just as much, man. Oh, come on.
Wow.
Sexy girl on the cover, that surf of death, come on.
Spectre in the Surf, you know what? Never underestimate the power of a pretty girl in a bikini to sell a cover. Wow, that definitely does it for me.
Come on, that's a VF, about a 7.5. I paid $2. No, I got it for free, but it's like $2. The price tag on it would be about $2.25 US.
in really nice condition too.
I
And
think
again, that'd be $15 Canadian around here.
Yeah.
So,
what
deal.
people are trying to figure out is how you manage to do this. I think what you're hinting at, and you got a bundle aspect to your purchases, because if I'm
yeah.
not mistaken, you bought all of your books from one dealer.
One dealer who was not at the last Toronto Con, but the one before, thought he'd try December Con to mix it up and get a different crowd.
I think I know the dealer you're referring to, and he usually set up, if I remember correctly, right next to the Batcave. That guy, a young guy? Yeah.
Big guy.
The corners
Yeah.
are sharp. The spines are excellent condition. I didn't see any ticks. These are really nice condition books,
Oh, I
Mike.
love 'em.
So he's 2 for 2. You don't have either of these books, right?
Well, I don't have either of them yet. The key word being yet.
Yet.
Yeah. So yeah, Mike, you did score at the December con, and so kind of
Oh,
sorry I
just you
missed
wait and
it.
see.
Just not enough time in the day and not enough money to go around sometimes. Would you say?
Yeah, my wallet was never elastic as it's ever been, and you know what? With Christmas shopping, the holiday shopping stuff, I just couldn't do it. Now,
Yeah.
It was tough. It was very quiet there until about the time I was leaving. When I went down early, and you could shoot a cannon down the hall.
Anyways, nice books, Mike. Thanks for bringing them in.
good scores, man.
And of course, we got Jose rocking the keys again. It wouldn't be high-end Jose if he didn't throw one of these in all the time.
All the time.
Marvel Premiere number 19 featuring Iron Fist. Wow, Jose. Beautiful book.
That's a nice snag from our favorite, my now default vendor, of course, Retro Rare. I'm referring to.
Rare.
Yeah, shout out to Sandy there. He's always got the deals, and when you're a regular, it has its own benefits. Anything new comes in the door, you usually get first bite at the apple.
Yep.
And this is how I snagged this bad boy. Of course, I've been referring to all episode long that there is another Asian superhero badass girl. This is a key, of course. I wouldn't be showcasing books if there weren't keys. I got my new book kind of thing out of the system in the first segment. So this is the first appearance of Lee Wing and the first appearance of Colleen Wing.
Cool.
Yes. The first appearance of two important supporting characters within the Iron Fist mythos. This issue holds both the first appearance of Lee Wing and his daughter Colleen Wing. Lee Wing is also known as Professor Wing and is a professor of Oriental Studies at Columbia University. Now, apparently Professor Wing has also mad knowledge as well as secret books that puts him in danger with the cult of Karakai.
Oh.
Now, this is how he and his daughter Colleen meets Iron Fist, Danny Rand, and procures the hero's protection and friendship. Colleen Wing is often partners with Misty Knight, and is a part of a group called the Daughters of the Dragon. So in other words, she's a badass, she kicks ass, she takes second to no one, and she eventually becomes Iron Fist, Danny Rand's love interest. Interracial couple there. Early 70s, kind of unusual at the time. Now, there is some news and some heat to this book, of course. The new Netflix Iron Fist TV series has begun shooting. Of course, she will be prominently featured as his love interest. Of course, it probably won't start out that way, but this book has popped, okay?
Yeah.
And now, I mean, Sandy, what can I say? You're always good. Christmas came early for Jose this year.
I'm having trouble reading the price tag. What does it say?
It says 50 bones, $50 Canadian.
Yeah.
He gave it to me for exactly the Overstreet equivalent for grade, and this is, in my opinion, a VF, or in other words, an 8.0 book. And the equivalent, $50 Canadian, is $37 US. The 46th Street Overstreet price breaks on the splits for 8, 9, and 9.2s on this book are $23, $37, and $50 for the 8, 9, and 9.2s. You know, what can I say? You know, it's a good book, and it's obviously popped. Now, that means from the guy, Doug Salipa, he quotes it as going for 200 to 300% of Overstreet guide prices. So basically, it means that you'd have to triple or quadruple the equivalent grade.
Yeah.
I mean, which is to mean to say this is almost $150 book US in his opinion. I don't know about that, but it's going for significantly over guide price. Now, of course, it's got as an early Indian superhero, Colleen Wing. It's collectible in that sense. The Netflix series is coming out. And also the last thing, bonus as well, you can say about this book, it has a Wolverine ad for Hulk 181.
Oh, cool.
Yes. So when Paul takes close-up things, maybe he can shoot that. It's a great book to pick up. $50 Canadian, $37 US. When you get Overstreet Guide for a hot book that's popping from your dealer, you cannot do wrong. Thanks, Sandy.
That was a great score, Jose. I'm jealous.
Love those scrap covers.
And now for our next book in our comic book episode, we have Paul's book.
It's not a book. It's a novel. Yeah.
It's a real book, in other words. Okay. Wow.
Okay, last week I had, this is a brand new book, just came out. Last week I had the opportunity to meet Roger Christian, who's a director and a set director. He's worked on many, many films, including yours truly's favorite film of all time, Star Wars. He's the one that actually invented the lightsaber. He's also worked on Aliens as well. So very nice man. Had an opportunity to spend some time with him, speak to him for a few minutes. So I bought his book and I got him to sign it for me. So I'm super, super excited about owning this. Can't wait to dig into it, start reading it. But again, it's comics and other collectibles. This is another collectible.
Well, I guess that means you're going to be doing some big boy reading. But why do I get the feeling that this thing is, and the only reason this book is being showcased is to remind us again how we've already seen the movie and we haven't?
And I've met Roger Christian.
That's right.
Yeah, have you met Roger Christian?
No, I haven't met him yet.
How about you, Mike? Have you read it? Do you have a signed book by Roger Christian?
I got 3,000 of them.
So I guess that's once again, loser 1 and loser 2. I have one, but you don't, and you don't, but I have one.
And now, to clear our palate, so to speak, from that last segment, we have something, as Monty Python would say, completely different. Crypt of Shadows, number 2. You gotta love when a nice visceral cover just pops out and grabs you. Wow. Take it away, Oog.
Well, what can I say, Paul? Keep calling me names after that last little segment there, but I'm gonna start showing you books with more and more room from DecemberCon. So here at a 9.0 VF Denier Mint, I only paid about $11.25 US.
Wow, you stole that book.
A $28.50 on the Realm.
Almost $30 US.
Yeah.
Again, another
There you
really,
go.
creepy and spectacular cover there.
And don't you worry, I'll have books for the next Halloween.
I was gonna say,
Don't
man.
you worry, don't you worry, because I know. But again, I'm only buying what's in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So, best deal, best quality,
Oh, for sure, yeah.
and what you can get your hands on. So, a lot of horror stuff came up
Mm-hmm.
at the December Con.
And
A
definitely,
lot.
yeah, we want to see the December Con haul. And again,
I'm gonna
Mike was the
grab it.
only representative there, and it's a great book, Mike.
Very scary book. Nice thread there. Some ghosts and now a Crypt of Shadows. Very scary.
And there goes Jose again with not only a key, but a CGC key, and a nice copy of that. Marvel feature,
Number
The Defenders, #1. Wow.
Yeah, this book is 45 years old today. This is from December 1971. This is a very early Bronze Age key that has recently also popped.
Wow.
For the same reason as the book we featured in our second segment, Marvel Premiere number 19, of course, this has got the Iron Fist connection. This, of course, is the first appearance of the Defenders and also contains the death of Yandroth. Now, Netflix has finally started to film their long-awaited series, The Defenders. The series will feature their already established characters of Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and soon-to-be introduced, Iron Fist.
Nice.
Yes. Now, let me start off by saying that none of the characters in the show are the original members that appear in the comics. However, all of the characters that will be appearing in the show were considered a Defender at one point or another, with the exception of Jessica Jones. So, if none of those characters were the original members, then who were? Of course, the answer is right there on the cover of this issue. The trio of superheroes, of course, is Doctor Strange, Namor, and the Incredible Hulk. What can I say? What about a beautiful Neil Adams cover? Neil Adams, I mean, it's a great, great cover with the Hulk just popping out of that page. Man, it is a beautiful, and it's up there for Neil Adams. I mean, and that's saying something. Any case, now, like I said, Doctor Strange, when he's home, hears his voice calling his name. He leaves his physical body and searches for the mystery caller. His search leads him to a hospital where he recognizes the evil scientist, Yandroth.
You're giving spoilers away again.
Yes, I am. He's lying on a bed, dying. Now, before he dies, he tells Doctor Strange about the Omegatron, which is a machine that he built that will destroy the Earth upon his death, a death that he has planned. Now, Strange does what he can to save Yandroth, but he fails, and the evil scientist dies. Now, with little time left, he searches and finds somebody to help him save the world, and he recruits the Prince of Atlantis, Namor. Yeah. Now, Strange needs more help to thwart evil Yandroth's plan, and the Prince quickly agrees to help. Knowing that the two of them, of course, are not enough, they recruit the Incredible Hulk, who just happens to be close by, hand at hand. He pretty much tricks the Jade Giant into helping them. In a nutshell, that's how the team comes together. Now, I hate giving away too much of the story, as Paul always says.
Too late for that.
Well, especially if people want to read it. So I'll just end it right there. But I will tell you that the Defenders do find the Omegatron and, of course, save the day in true superhero fashion. Now, I'm just not going to tell you how they do it. The Hulk leaves the team at the end of the issue, just like he did when he was with the Avengers. Now, this is a well-known key issue, and it's in no way under the radar in the market.
Yeah.
There are a lot of graded copies out there. According to the CGC census, there have been 938 copies graded. Most of the copies are high grade, between 8.0 VS and 9.4 near mints. There are some even near mint pluses. There's 46 of them, and 9.8 near mint mints. There's actually 11 copies out there. Okay. Now, values for this comic are up there now, even since the hype from the upcoming Netflix show, and it's not like it was a bargain bin comic before that. A few years ago now, in 2012, if you had a CGC 9.8 near mint copy, it sold at Heritage Auctions for about a little over $1,300 US. 1314. Now, nowadays, a Comic Link 9.8 sold for just over $8,000 US
Wow, yeah.
for a 9.8.
So this is definitely a
Popped.
pricey one, that's for sure.
Pricey and the highest grade. If you
Yeah.
have one of those almost dozen books at a 9.8, you're
Yeah.
talking big bucks. Even the similar trend-wise for just plain near mints 9.4 copies. Back in 2012, you could have snagged a copy for a little over $300 US. Now you'll be paying over twice that amount. A copy recently sold for $665 US in March of this year, and the last sale blew past $925 for a 9.4 in July. To say that this is a hot comic, of course, would be an understatement.
Yeah.
Now, since this is a hype comic at the moment, I'll expect values to continue to jump up for the time being. I'm pretty sure that once the next hot comic movie news hits, you'll see the prices come down a little bit. How low goes is beyond me. I guess it will depend primarily on the show, if it's any good or not. Let's finish by saying that the 46th Street Overstreet breakdowns on this bad boy at 8, 9, and 9 twos are 124, 275, and 425 for those grades. Now, Doug Salipa, of course, has said that this book in 2.0s to 6.0s are going for about 150% of guide, and at 8.0s and up, they're about 125% of guide. I value this book at a 7.5 at around $275, $300 US. I purchased this book a couple of years ago. I paid $60 for it. I paid another $60 slabbing it. I'm into it for about $120. That's under $100 US.
At $60, you stole it.
Yeah,
Sweet.
but that's 2 years ago. No hype. It was a reasonably priced book, and now
Yeah.
it's popped.
That is a beautiful, beautiful, and that's one of the more expensive ones we've shown in quite a while on this show, haven't we?
Yeah, you could get through. You could
Yeah, it
easily
is.
pull around $300 US currently in the market for it for a 7.5.
Mike, do you have one of these?
Oh, you know, got a truckload of them, but I'm not going to tell you where they are.
Yeah, Neil Adams cover, one of my favorite Neil Adams covers.
Amazing book, Jose. Absolutely amazing, and thanks for bringing it in.
Hoy hoy.
And for the final book of the evening.
No, it's not.
It's
Second
not.
final.
Ooh, the second final. Ooh, we got more good
Oh,
stuff.
there's another one coming.
Wow.
Yeah, well, Mike is joining the Ghost #1 Club. Let's punch your ticket. You get the membership card. Way to go, Mike. Great Nick Cardy cover. Ghost #1. Take it away.
Buy the grade that you love, and that's a really good looking 6.0. I paid $18.75 US.
Wow.
That is worth $75 US in a 6.0.
Okay, just for clarification, we believe it's probably around a 6.
Yeah, about a
I
6.
believe.
Yeah,
Okay, you wanna knock-
without actually slabbing it, we can't say it's a 6, but it probably is somewhere
but
around
if
there.
you want to knock half a grade off of that,
Five,
all
five,
day
five.
long,
Yeah.
it's still lots of
Lots of room is the point that he's trying to make.
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
grade that he-
worth going to all day long.
Speaking of slab books on this one, I guess the only one I could say that actually can say definitively who's got a EF 8.0 is me.
Yeah.
I picked that up for $100, and currently on the comic book realm at 8.0, it's $212.50 last time I looked US.
I think what I'm going to do is get mine slabbed as well, just to see if mine comes back better than yours. And if
Oh.
it doesn't, I'm going to get one that's better than yours.
I don't know if I'm going to slap mine or not, but we'll see. Maybe. I do have actually 1 to 18 in a
Yeah.
graphic novel that I can read. And a great thing about these ghost stories, by the way, is the folklore. Mm-hmm. I read one of these older books, and I googled the name of the ship, and sure enough, the folklore showed up. So these are all based on actual old folklores going back to
I think, yeah.
1600s, 1700s, 1900s.
Some of the stories are based on old folklore. Yeah, yeah.
Actual ships that existed in actual places and folklore that has come out of that region.
Some of the
Amazing.
best horror stories actually have one foot in literature somewhere down the road, and
Yeah.
actually some of the best stories are based on something from the past. Yeah, great
That's why
book.
I love that series.
Well, congratulations, Mike. I know you've been looking for this one for a long time.
Yay.
I bought mine at Pendragon. Jose ended up getting his it was at the Comic-Con last year.
Yeah, at the Comic Con.
Or was it Fan Expo?
No, it was at the 3-day, but it wasn't the
Yeah,
Fan Expo, the other
yeah.
one, the Toronto
And-
Oh, the
Comic-Con.
March one. The March one.
Yeah.
And now Mike scores this at DecemberCon this weekend, so it was definitely worthwhile for you. You definitely had a definitely a very productive day, that's for sure. So cross that one off your list, Mike. Fantastic. Thanks for bringing it in.
Wow, for our final book of the evening, a book I have been actively looking for. I hate it when Eagle-Eyed Mike may snag something before me. Of course.
That is beautiful.
Wow, this is Fantastic Four Annual number 6. This is a twofer, and I mean twofer in the sense that it's got 2 key first appearances. Mike, why don't you let us know the key factor in this book?
Oh, the key factor in this book is that it's the first appearance of the son of the
Reed
Fantastic
Richards
Four.
and Sue Storm,
Absolutely.
Franklin Richards, yes.
And Annihilus.
Annihilus, yes, one of the 2 baddies from the Negative Zone. Now, I recently mentioned in a previous episode how I snagged in the wild a Fantastic Four 62, which is the first appearance of Blastar. The other big baddie from the Negative Zone is Annihilus.
So in my great big bad run, this would fit between number 80 and 81 chronologically, in time dated or whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the best shape. It's a 5.5. It's a little lower on the grade, but I mean, I've seen this book in a 5.5 for much higher prices. The Realm's got it at a 5.5 at $73.50 US.
So in other words, about a $100 book, and you paid how much for it?
35 Canadian bucks, which works out to about 26-25 US. There was another book there, but I had a limited budget, so I grabbed this. It had little stickers on it that said first Annihilus, first Franklin Richards.
And this goes to
on.
goes to buying the grade that you're comfortable with, and it also shows that you can buy books at deals at any grade. Whether you're buying for a 6, an 8, a 9.92, or 9.8, if it's a good deal, jump on it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful book, Mike.
It's off to off-white pages. I've opened that up. It smells
perfect.
It's just
So it's not just Jose mining the keys.
1968 gold, baby.
This is one I've been looking for, and it is a double whammy key factor wise. It's a great cover. Yeah, you snagged that one out from under me. I couldn't be there. Well, what are you gonna do? You can't attend every con.
How's it feel knowing that Mike's got a major key that you don't have? You like that? You feel good about that?
No, I don't. I'm gonna have to do something about that.
I'm just a little upset that it's a year younger than I am, but in better shape than I am.
In better shape.
Yeah, we're all getting to that point.
Yeah.
Well, another absolutely fantastic episode, and the force was definitely with Mike during this
December con.
December con.
Oh, I just raped you guys. You're gonna have some catching up to do. What's gonna happen in the next?
Well, what's going to happen is High-End Jose is working Boxing Day, so he's giving the field to you guys. Should you wish to attend the last Toronto comic book show.
I think
I know the trick to that. Stay to your left.
Yeah, me and Mike were thinking seriously about going to the Toronto Comic Book Show on Boxing Day to see if we can score a couple nice books and make Jose jealous here. And so guys, we appreciate you watching. If you leave any comments, we will respond. We love reading them. And again, being that this is the opening week for Rogue One, I strongly encourage you to go see this film because it is absolutely spectacular. You will not be disappointed, I guarantee it. May the Force be with you.
A very happy holidays. Hoy hoy.
Special guest Mike. Yes, yes.